Welcome back to CryptosRUs. I am George. We're all George. So what's going on with Bitcoin and crypto these days? Bitcoin today fell down once again, and right now, as I'm recording this, is 94,000. As you can see, it didn't make a whole lot of moves today. But surprisingly, the alts actually did pretty well. Alts actually recovered today and actually gained some ground. So what the hell is going on? Why are we seeing this right now? Is the Santa or Christmas rally over? And what exactly is going on? Well, let me remind you guys a couple things. First of all, this picture sums up things pretty well, okay? Last month, when we were coming up in November, well, let's go back a little further. October, November, as we were breaking from 70s to 90s and heading up to 100,000, you know what? At these levels, everyone was getting so excited and cheerful. Everyone was FOMOing, right? And now that we have come back down a little bit, people are panicking and fearing, right? There's a whole lot of FUD. And this just shouldn't be the case. And I've told you guys this ever since last week to now. What has changed fundamentally? Nothing. Nothing besides the price of Bitcoin and crypto has fallen. But did anything change fundamentally? No. Did the outlook for next year change? No. Everything that has been happening with adoption, with the supply shock, with what's going to happen in 2025, nothing has changed besides maybe profit taking, maybe a little market manipulation, maybe with some FUD, some liquidations, right? Besides these things that's been happening, but man, it's going to be bright next year. And keep in mind that dips are normal. How one makes money during bull runs actually comes from buying low and selling high. And dips are normal. When we were coming up in this bull run, when we were still holding on in the 50s and 60s, I showed this chart before many times. This was back, in 2017, 2021, and even earlier in 2023. I showed this a couple times, and the point of this is, dips are part of every single cycle. And it's hard to believe, but some of the previous cycles, we had 20, 30, 40% dips during bull runs. Look at what happened in 2017. Look at how many 30 and 40% dips we had. And in the last cycle, during 2020 to 2021, we had 20, 30% dips. And even during this cycle, during 2023, we had a couple 23, 24% dips. So what we have seen recently, these 10, 15% dips, even though they kind of suck, but they're really tame and conservative to what we have seen before. And they're perfectly normal. Nothing goes up in a straight line forever, right? But again, just because we have come back down from our 108 top to where we are now does not mean anything has changed fundamentally, right? Do not fall for the FUD. Do not get scared. Do not panic sell, especially, right? The best way to think about it is now the time is reset. You have gone back in time, and now you're able to buy Bitcoin and your favorite crypto at a discount. But here's the good news, right? Well, besides being able to buy at a discount, you know what? We're moving according to plan. And I think most of you guys know this. Some of you guys may be new, and some of you guys may be panicking, and some of you guys are just looking for reassurance. But, again, when in doubt, zoom out, and you realize that we are moving according to plan. And the best part is most of the gains come after Christmas. Okay. And I showed you guys this morning. I showed you guys, if you go back to the last halving year in 2020, we went up 74% after December 23rd. And most of the gains came after January 1st. We went on a tremendous run after January 1st, right? So it could happen this year. Doesn't mean that we will mimic it exactly, but it may happen, and it may start, the whole entire market may start moving soon, right? Like I said at the beginning of this video, Bitcoin didn't move a whole lot, but today we did see pretty good movement with the alts, okay? And I'll get to that in a little bit. But like I said, fundamentally, nothing has changed with Bitcoin. We know that the supply shock factor is still in play. I mean, with BlackRock ETF, Bitcoin's AUM hit 58 billion in less than a year. It took gold, or the gold AUM, how many decades to hit 33 billion? It took 20 years, 2 decades, and Bitcoin's AUM already basically doubled it within 1 year. That shows you the demand for Bitcoin versus gold. Okay, so there's definitely a supply shock happening. And just look at this headline. Basically, all hedge funds, investment advisors, and even countries have talked about this. They're all looking to add Bitcoin next year. Okay, so there's no doubt next year is going to be absolutely fantastic. There is zero question that in 2025, there's going to be massive FOMO for Bitcoin, right? So what we're going through right now, a little correction, a little dip, and there's many reasons why it may be happening. Regardless, it's irrelevant. It happens. We see dips with every single cycle, right? That's not the important thing. And what's important is for you not to panic, not to panic sell, for you to continue to hodl, and if you can, continue to DCA and take advantage of the cheap prices if you can. And if you can't, continue to hodl and understand that, hey, these dips are absolutely normal, right? And like I said, today was a strange day in a good way, because normally speaking, when Bitcoin shows weakness, alts show even more weakness. But today was not one of those days. Today, alts actually showed strength against Bitcoin. And that normally does not happen. But look at the alts. Today, Ethereum actually went up, XRP, BNB, Solana went up, Cardano, Avalanche, a lot. Sui went up in a big way, a lot. Hedera, double digits, a lot of altcoins went up today. Not to their previous high, but it's really good to see a lot of them actually did make headways today. And I think that's very encouraging. And my thoughts is this. I think today Wall Street sold off a lot of Bitcoin for whatever reason. But the retail investors actually decided to load up. Retail investors actually decided to get smart and decided to pick up at these low prices, right? So there's something going on here today. And I think it could be because these Wall Street funds are, I don't know what it is, but it could be end of year, could be they're rebalancing their portfolios, it could be tax reasons, but I do think it has to do with Wall Street kind of doing their thing at the end of the year, and they may be, whatever they're doing could be affecting Bitcoin. But I do think today was very encouraging for the alts to find a bottom and actually recover a bit. I do think that does show that retail investors had enough and is putting their foot down and saying, hey, these are low prices and we're going to take advantage. And that's really, really good, right? So again, I think most of you guys know this, but I'm going to just say it again, right? I'm going to keep repeating myself over and over again. I have done so for many years. And at this point, like I've been saying, dips are gifts. Dips are our friends at this point. No one should be panicking at 90,000, 100,000 Bitcoin, right? At these levels, we got to take advantage because once we break above, once we move forward, especially in 2025, we may never see these levels once again, right? Okay, outside of that, we do have some news out there. I mean, Aave, for example, Aave actually had a really good day, well into double digits because of this. They're looking at Chainlink integration and they're looking at returning a lot of these MEV fees back to users. Solana, there is this new game, right, that may be airdropping their tokens directly to TikTok users. This is kind of like following the same footsteps as Ton and some of their clicky games. So we'll see. And that's if TikTok survives, because TikTok is supposed to be banned in the US soon. So we'll see if that happens. Uniswap is saying that they're going to launch their own chain early 2025. That's interesting. And Crypto.com is going to launch their own prediction market starting with the Super Bowl. So as you can see, a lot of these crypto projects, they're certainly not giving up. They're building, right? And that's what we want to see. They're not just speculative coins. They are definitely building, and that's awesome, right? We definitely want to see an environment where it's not just all meme coins, not just all speculative, even though most of these alts are. But it's good to see that they are building, right? Again, that's it for this video. I'm making it nice and short. Obviously, I'm not live streaming because there's not just, I feel like tonight, Christmas Eve, the eve of Christmas Eve, right? I think a nice short video so you guys could get back to your families. I think this is a better way to deliver this message. Hang tight, guys. Be strong. Don't fall for the FUD. Take advantage if you can, and let the gains come to you, right? All right, guys. Smash the like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys when I see you guys once again. Have a good one. Take care. Bye-bye.